Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome into the channel. It's August 8th, 2022, Monday afternoon. And if you didn't see over the weekend, the U.S. Senate, our politicians in Washington, D.C., and let me preface this by saying, I don't do political videos here. I don't try to do political videos. And the purpose of this video is not to be political. It is simply to tell you guys that our lawmakers in Washington, D.C., have passed, the Senate with a 50-50 vote and a tiebreaker from the vice president, have passed what they will call an anti-inflation bill. It is supposed to help the U.S. economy. It is supposed to put money towards solving environmental issues and other things. But the biggest takeaway for us as resellers and as business owners is that they have dedicated hundreds of millions or billions of dollars towards the IRS and hiring 87,000 new tax agents, tax employees, IRS employees, whatever their title might be. So I made a video about this 6-8 months ago when it was originally touted as as something that they wanted to do. And now they've passed the bill that is going to allow them to do it. Let me start the video in the beginning of this explanation by saying there isn't going to be 87,000 new IRS agents tomorrow or next week or next month. It's going to take a little time. In fact, it probably will take 6 months or 9 months or 12 months. But tax season, we're in August, September, October, November, December, January, February is 6 months away, March, and April. So 8 months until the deadline for taxes. That gives them enough time to hire a huge chunk of that, a majority of that, maybe not all of it, but a huge majority of those agents. And the explanation was that these tax agents are supposed to target the wealthy. They want people who make more than $400,000 to pay their fair share. They want billionaires to pay their fair share. They want multimillionaires doing 10 million and more to pay their fair share. Because being a millionaire now, making $1 million or having $1 million, you're wealthy, you're well off, you're doing well, you're comfortable, but you're not like loaded rich anymore, right? Like you're doing well, better than the majority of America. But they really want the big spenders. The problem is there's less than 800 billionaires in this country. There's less than a few thousand people that are worth in the hundreds of millions of dollars, a couple thousand people. And even above that $10 million mark, there are only a couple 100,000 people as far as my research tells me. And they've hired 87,000, or they're going to hire 87,000 new IRS employees and agents. That tells me you don't need 87,000 people to go after all those rich people. They want to go after middle America. They want to go after me and you and the normal people. And that whole $600 IRS 1099 reporting thing, while I agree with it, if you are making money, you should be reporting your taxes. They shouldn't even have to send you a $600 1099 or a $6 one. That was kind of just a prerequisite for what they're going to do. They're coming down hard on tax cheats and people cheating the system and people skipping their taxes and people not filing, business owners, all sorts of that thing that we know about. They're coming after you. If you're doing your thing and you're reporting and you're paying and you're doing what you have to do, then you have nothing to worry about, right? Like nothing bad is going to happen to you. And like me, for example, the last 3, 4, 5 years, I've paid over $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 in federal taxes in a given year. I pay a lot of money. I don't get returns. I didn't get stimulus checks because I make too much money. I have to pay the government. They're not giving me money. And that's just the way it is as an entrepreneur. My taxes don't get taken out. Yeah, you can pay quarterly and you have to pay quarterly and estimates, but you still, what I'm getting at is either my quarterly payments together or big payments at the end are totaling these amounts of money. And even though I know that my taxes are on the up and up and that I pay and that everything is covered and all my deductions I have receipts for and I'm legitimate, if I was to get audited tomorrow, it is a huge pain in the butt. It's a lot of time. It's a lot of effort. When you have complicated taxes, I don't feel like I'm at that level, maybe, but it's in your best interest to hire a tax attorney, which can cost you a lot of money. Obviously, you have to pay your CPA more money. Thankfully, I have Mark II, who I'll talk about in a minute, for resellers and CPAs. This is just a huge, big problem, even for those of us that are doing what we're supposed to do. I'm all for the IRS catching people that are cheating because it makes it not fair on the rest of us. But they're going to come after a lot of us that are doing the right thing and doing what we're supposed to do, and we're just going to have to spend this infinite amount of time and effort and money to defend our innocence, right? Like, it's guilty until proven innocent. It's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, but when you get audited, it's no fun. Like, I personally have never been through an audit, but I have watched Drive Time with Dave and a few other people that I know go through audits. My mom actually worked for a tax company with small businesses and saw many, many people get audits and come through with audits. So, you know, I've seen it. I know what it can do, how bad it can hurt somebody, and how much time and money it costs and it takes. So I just want to make this video to give you guys a heads up. Like, keep doing what you're doing. Keep tracking your numbers. If you are not tracking your numbers, if you are behind, you are 100% anonymous on this channel. You don't need to comment. You don't need to tell me. You don't need to email me. If you do, I'm not giving your information to anybody at all, period. I don't care. That's not my job. That's not my position. But consider getting a CPA's help, and consider hiring or enrolling in Mark II's program. He's known as Not Your Dad's CPA. I'm not telling you this because Mark is a sponsor of this channel or an affiliate or a whatever of this, you know, supporter of this channel, and then I'm partnered with Mark on pitching his programs or his services, because I am. All of that is known. That's true. Everyone's known that for a long time. I'm telling you this because it is going to get far more likely that you may get looked at, that you may get an audit. And I never condone anyone skipping out on taxes. You just don't do it. But if you haven't had your numbers in line and you weren't on the up and up, or you were slacking, or you don't know, it's time to get it in order before tax time rolls around in a few months and you are in circles with your head cut off like a chicken. Get your numbers straight and you won't have to worry about it. That stress, that feeling when you think about taxes where you know you're not doing the right thing or what you're supposed to do, you don't have to have that. Like, there are solutions and ways to do it. There are things that you can use. There are spreadsheets in Excel. There's My Reseller Genie. There is, Mark II's services as a CPA and bookkeeping service that he has, that he just launched. It's just fantastic. It will teach you everything you need to know about what expenses you can take, what numbers you can do, what sales and profits look like, what is taxable, what is not, what is a bigger expense, what is a smaller expense, which ones you can and can't take as a reseller, which ones you should be cautious of. He covers everything top to bottom, and it is worth it. Yes, it is an investment. You have to pay for it. A good CPA out in town can charge you thousands of dollars. Mark doesn't do that. He's very, very reasonable for what he offers. And as always, he gives special pricing to my viewers. It'll be linked below if you want to check his website out. But even if you choose not to go the route of Mark II, get yourself a program, get yourself an Excel spreadsheet or a Google Sheet. Sign up for My Reseller Genie for 10 or 15 bucks a month. I'll link them below as well. That way they can help you track your numbers through their program. They don't do what Mark does because they're just a software, but it still will help you. Do something. Get somebody you know, a friend, a family member, an experienced business owner, acquaintance, somebody or somehow, some way to make sure you are doing the right thing. The last thing I would want to see is somebody who views my channel or anybody who's building a business and doing all the things they have to do to buy and sell and make money, and they can't get their numbers straight and they end up getting audited, and it costs them their whole business or their livelihood. So this is kind of just my PSA announcement video that things are going to they're going to change. Things are going to change a lot. There's going to be a lot more scrutiny on home businesses, on online resellers and e-commerce. I'm not saying you're going to get audited. I'm just saying there's a more high likelihood that more of us will see audits and more of us will see scrutiny, and we may need to pay more taxes in the future. There's also some changes to the taxes, so something to look into. I don't want to get into politics. I don't want to argue with you guys in the comments. Feel free to leave whatever comments you want respectfully to other people and myself, but it's just a PSA, just an announcement that this is what's happening, and you got to be ready and be prepared. So I'll leave you guys with that. I won't ramble on anymore. I appreciate you as always for watching. Check out those links below. It's to Mark II, Not Your Dad's CPA. He's amazing. We appreciate Mark and everything that he does, and he is licensed and he is a reseller, so do give him a chance. And of course, My Reseller Genie, if you need an accounting program to input your numbers, track your sales, your expenses, your profits, your mileage, your estimated tax amount, their program will do it for you. It's very affordable. You can type in Rockstarflipper 15, all capital letters, and you'll get 15% off for giving them a shot. So check Paul and Faith out down below. Check out Mark, and with that, have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. I got to go play softball, assuming the rain stops. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hit that like button, subscribe, and have a wonderful night.